So here I am on dry land until I dive deep into our ocean, because dry land actually does reflect the health of our oceans. The ocean is the boss, it's the puppet master. Now we're on the countdown to World Ocean Day, which is June the 8th. So I hope that everybody is going to do something for that. I don't know what. Go and collect rubbish from the beaches, because there is a lot of it. But life needs to be sustainable, and it can be, but not unless we change. Now, life for tribes who don't have the luxuries that we do in this first world, such as social media and these plasma screen TV lifestyles, now they live sustainable lives. They have a lifestyle that can continue forever, because they take from the land and they give back to the land. They go with the seasons. They know exactly how to live. They adapt. And it's no different than animals have to adapt. Tribes eat what is available, as I've said, with the seasons, and they harvest in the seasons. Now, animals develop physically, instinctively, and they develop the abilities dependent on, well, their surroundings, so they can sustain life in all seasons. Now, animals take from the ground, but they also put back into the ground by fertilizing the vast plains. Of course, they're going to eat, and then they're going to fertilize, and fertilizing keeps the soil rich. Now, not only does it keep the soil rich, but animals eat seeds, and when animals eat seeds, they have great expulsion of seeds, and thus is the cycle of life, and therefore life continues. Now, of course, babies of these animals, they of course learn from their mothers for periods of time that they are with their mothers. They know when the mothers eat what, and they follow them, knowing exactly what seeds to eat, and one feeds off the other, and the ground is fertilized accordingly. Like tribes, the grounds are harvested accordingly. Well, we can't do that, not the first world people. We need, we need other things. We need people. The beauty of nature and the bounty of life, yes, but that's not really us. We just cause chaos. The beauty of nature is out there. Now, these herds of animals that I'm talking about, thousands of them, they need great expanses of healthy grassland to survive. They eat and they move on. They look for their next great expanse of grassland to feed on. And without these herds of animals feeding on the grasslands and then fertilizing the land, our whole ecosystem will change and come crashing down, and nobody seems to realize that. These wide open spaces, they need protecting. Basically, we need protecting from ourselves. That's what it is. Now, less than 35% of our wilderness is left. Can you believe that? Less than 35% of our wilderness is left. Why? Well, it's because of us. Our rainforests are being cut down and just trashed, with no thought for the animals in them or our ecosystems, and it's all about cashing in and profiting. They're clearing the rainforest of trees, they're selling the trees for timber, making huge profit, and then it's a double whammy, because they then farm in the land, and then once the land is farmed, then they plant oil palm trees for profit. Yes, oil palm trees. And oil palm trees, you see, actually need the help of humans. The rest of the forest doesn't. The rest of the forest has been alive for 140 million years. But oil palm trees need humans, and there's huge oil palm profit. So what is oil palm, you might ask? Well, let's put it this way. It's everywhere you look. But oil palm is killing off our forests because of the huge plantations. Now, we see oil palm everywhere. You only have to walk into your bathroom. It's in all your soaps and all your cosmetics. It's in your candles. It's in biofuels, and lubricant greases. And then you've got the palm kernel oil, which are the seeds. Well, the seeds are used in products such as margarine, cakes and biscuits and chocolates and other confectionaries. All those goodies that you really like. And, of course, bread. And actually, pharmaceuticals as well. Palm oil is pharmaceuticals. So the thing is, everywhere we look, we need the oil palm. And this is the problem. The oil palm plantations are being put up, but at the detriment of everything else, of our rainforest. And we spend a fortune on this tree, and we forget about Mother Nature and the other 700 of species of trees which can be found in close proximity to these newly planted money trees. Now, studies have shown that around 80% of plants and around 85% of birds and mammals and other species, that the biodiversity has actually been reduced massively because of the conversion of the rainforests into oil palm plantations. Now, that is it's terrible, it's catastrophic. I mean, it's shocking. And the problem is with these oil palm plantations, which I've said, they need humans. So the rest of the forest has been alive for 140 million years. But the oil palm plantations, they can't survive without humans because we need to water them and look after them and nurture them. And with that comes herbicides and pesticides, which ultimately have a huge impact on the environment and on the species and the species composition around, as the pollutants infect all the waterways. Gives you food for thought, doesn't it? And the thing is, as you go into the bathroom today and you use more soaps, and as you do your social media posts and you put your makeup on, and people around the world, as you're getting fatter and you're eating more confectionaries and cakes and biscuits, I just hope that as we've got to the end of this video, you've kind of taken on board the damage that's caused. And of course it's very hard to break habits of buying things and doing things, but we can do things to save the planet and our ocean and the earth. We can all just make that little bit of difference. And if you just change one thing today, maybe not today, leave it until World Oceans Day on the 8th. So leave it to World Oceans Day on the 8th, and you just change one little thing, and in a year's time, in 365 days, just do one more thing. Then these things, if everybody did them, they're huge changes. And changes don't happen overnight. But if you want your kids to have a future, and your kids' kids to have a future, and your kids' kids' kids to have a future, you need to make changes now. Peace out.